What's good, my man of society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually a question I have been getting asked since years already, right? I just haven't gotten the time to get around it, right? Which is the three-dot tattoo. The meaning of the three-dot tattoo. Where does it come from? Now, the three-dot tattoo is a tattoo that you typically see on gang members, right? Or people that live taboo lifestyles, right? You see it in a lot of movies. It's a tattoo that they normally give the actors that are playing gang members and stuff like that, right? It's a triangle of three dots. One dot and then two dots, right? I know that there's some people that have it two and then one like that, or, mixed around, but it actually goes from one dot to two dots, right? But different people have different ways of doing it, right? Through the times, people just are not aware and they just switch it up however they choose to, right? We'll get to all of that, right? Now, but what does the three dots actually mean, right? It means mi vida loca, my crazy life, right? But that's actually not the real meaning of the three-dot tattoo, and the three-dot tattoo doesn't originate from Chicanos or Mexicanos or the raza culture, right? Now, the three-dot tattoo is actually a tattoo that is recognized universal, right? In different ethnicities. It's been in different artifacts, right? From ancient times in different areas, from Japan, China, India, the Middle East, and even in, South America, right? And, in different parts of the world. So the three-dot tattoo is recognized in different countries and in different ethnicities, right? But if there's one thing that people can say is that the three-dot tattoo is attached to the criminal element, right? I guess you could say the living the bad life, right? People that are considered thieves or criminals, or anybody that's breaking the law, throughout different ethnicities, right? Different countries. Now, you see it differently in different countries. You see it, they'll have the three dots just lined up like that. It'll be like that. It'll be slanted. Some do it in a triangle form, but the three dots are somewhere on there, right? Different places have it in different, areas, some on their back of their legs, some on their, faces, some on their eyes, on their arms, right? So the tattoo is done in different parts in different countries, right? And not only that, but it has different meaning in different cultures, right? So the three dots doesn't just mean my crazy life, right? In other different cultures, it means other things, right? More spiritual, religious type of meaning to it, right? So it has different meaning. It depends on the cultures, right, of what they use it. But normally it's recognized as the criminal, as a criminal symbol, right? Now, what it actually truly means, the original meaning of it, is a continuation, right? A story being told, but it hasn't ended yet, right? Like, I'm living in the struggle and I'm struggling, but just because I'm in the struggle doesn't mean that my life is done. Doesn't mean that this is the end of my chapter, right? So it's like, it's letting people know that, they're still grinding even though they're in the struggle, right? Like their story's not finished yet, right? Like they're not done. They're not out for the count, pretty much, right? Is what it symbolizes, right? And then with people getting educated on this, right? See, the thing is that when people are being educated, right, in schools or wherever they get their knowledge from, right? When these gangs first started, they're started by young kids, right? And kids are going to grab whatever they find interesting, whatever they feel like they can use to their own narrative, right? Like if they like something, like, oh shit, that shit sounds pretty cool, I'm gonna use that for what they have going on, right? Gang members, pay attention too, brother. Not as dumb as people think they are. Right? So they grab little stuff here and there that they think is like, pretty cool, or that they could make some real true gangster meaning behind it, right? And that is essentially where the birth of the crazy life meaning, came from, right? Like, yeah, my story's not over even though I'm in the struggle because I'm living that crazy life. You get what I mean? So these individuals grabbed that and made it and, stand for that, right? Um, Now, before it was different symbols, right? People used to get the cross, right? They used to get this symbol with the three spikes. There was the teardrops, another one that people get, right? But they all these tattoos have different meanings, right? Depending on the individuals that were. But normally the three dots is recognized by all gangs. All gang members get it, right? Well, not all of them, right? Because I don't have it tattooed on me. Almost all my homies have it tattooed on me, but I don't have it tattooed on me. The reason I never got it tattooed on me is that I see no purpose to it, right? I didn't need a tattoo to say, my crazy life. I thought it was cheesy, bro. Like everybody's getting it. I thought it was just like people are only getting it because everybody else gets it, and I'm not one to be like a follower. Like I'm not really down with that kind of shit, right? Like I'm not gonna do something just because everybody's doing it. Like I'm just not down with that. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I have tattoos all over myself, right? But normally all my tattoos have to do with my neighborhood, right? Like I have my neighborhood on me, like I want to say maybe like 14 times or 15 times on me, right? I have my neighborhood on me, right? Like all the tattoos I ever wanted to get had to do with my neighborhood. Like it had to have meaning, like like it had to be about my neighborhood, right? Because I was prideful in my neighborhood. Because you have to understand that individuals are prideful in the neighborhood they come from, right? I wanted my neighborhood on me, where everyone could see it and they don't have to ask. You know what I mean? Like I'm representing and proud of it, right? Like there's no shame in it, right? Like homies are not ashamed. That's why with the three dots, they always get it like somewhere visible, right? Like on the side of their eye or on their hand, right? But somewhere where it's gonna be visible, right? Because they're not ashamed to of the life that they live, right? Um, it's just what it is, right? It's the pride in us, right? Like we were dealt these cards, right? So why be ashamed of them, right? And I get it. There's some individuals that choose to keep it a secret, right? But you rarely meet those, right? Homies get their neighborhood on their hats. They get it tattooed all over them. They get it on their shirts, their belts. They want people to know where they're from, bro. Even to the cops, bro. Like shit. You represent your neighborhood, because if you don't represent your neighborhood, it's seen as ranking it. Like you're scared to represent your hood. Like you're scared to let people know where you're from. Like you're scared to be affiliated with this, right? Like you're worried about the repercussions because you ain't really down with it. You ain't really with the business, right? Because if you were, you wouldn't be ashamed of, And even people be like, oh, but that's letting the cops. Bro, the cops already know where you're from, bro. They got you in the gang file, homie. Because if you out there breaking the law, they got you in the gang file. So they already know you, bro. And all cops share the same gang file, right? So no matter where you at, if they run your name, your shit's going to pop out, bro. So that's how cops know about these individuals, even if you're outside of your district, right? That's how they know if you have warrants for your arrest in different states, right? Because they share the same database. So you're on there already as your gang name, your nickname, all of that shit's already on there, right? So the fact that people are scared to represent, you're going to represent all the time, even to the cops. Like where you from? Shit, I'm from you. You know what I mean? You got no shame in your game. How you going to be trying to be scared to represent, right? Like you're scared to be affiliated with this. You're scared of the repercussions. People can call it stupid, but that's the life you signed up for, bro. Like, anything, if you've seen that you don't want to represent it, seen as ranking it, or you're scared, So you always let everyone know where you're from if they ask. I'm still like that to nowadays, bro. I got no shame in that. Even though I could have made better decisions and it's a stupid life, stay in school, you get nothing out of this, right? But it's the life I already, it's the path I already chose. So, you know what I mean? Ain't no backpedaling, but individuals with the three dots is the same thing, right? It's the life they chose, right? So they get it somewhere visible, and and the mentality that they're raised in, right? The mentality that they have, like that crazy life is that, bro, that you're not scared to represent, that you know the repercussions, yet you're still about it. You know what I mean? So it's attached to a way of life, a way of thinking. It's within the culture of, I guess, the criminal element, right? But it's mostly done by raza and the raza culture, right? The mi vida loca and stuff like that, right? But it's used in different countries to represent like criminals, right? It's a criminal symbol, right? Of illegal activity, pues. Now, where the original roots to the tattoo is debated, right? Some people say India, some people say Japan, some people say China, some people say Russia, right? So the specific location is still debated, right? Depending, where individuals. Now, the modern day version was created here in Los Angeles, right? roughly in the 1900s when the symbol was actually created here, and the crazy life meaning to it, right? The crazy life attachment to the tattoo. Um, but not but it was a symbol that was grabbed by somebody else's culture and rebranded and re-given a different definition, sort of, right? um because like I said, kids are only gonna grab what they like, right, and give it its own little twist to it, right? Like like if this was explained to them, they just decided, they took that and their definition was this, right? From this, right? From the your life not being over even though you're in the struggle, your chapter's still going. They took that as like, yeah, because I'm living that crazy life. So they gave it its own twist to it, right? And they just took it and ran with it, bro. And people just started, seeing people get it, and then, like I said, bro, it's like when something's trending, bro, that it just people only get it because everybody else gets it. They think that that's associated with gangster and all that, so they're gonna go and get it. That's the reason, like I said, I didn't get it, bro, because like, how the fuck is that, bro? If I'm gonna get a tattoo, I'm gonna get my neighborhood on me, not no three dots. I'm gonna get my barrio. You know what I mean? And I have always had in my neighborhood. Um, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of what the tattoo is, right? From all the OGs I have talked to, and the research I have done. It's pretty much that's what it is. But what are you guys' thoughts? Leave it in the comments and shout out. We out.